Now we are going to discuss new chapter, chapter number 2, that is population dynamics. What is population and what is the distribution of population, how we can distribute it, what is population density and population pyramid, all the things what is Indian census tells us according to 2011, because this time we have current census report is 2011. So we are going to discuss all the things further. In today's class we have population and world population, how it is distributed and what is the impact of this population we are going to learn here. First and foremost, what is population? So population means number of people or inhabitants living in a country or a region is what? Population. Simply you can say like that. Okay? And you very much know all around the world population distributed unevenly, not evenly, it is unevenly distributed. So unevenly distributed, why? Because so many factors we are going to discuss further, but we are categorized population of the world in three categories. First is overpopulated area, second is underpopulated area, and third one is what? Optimum populated area. That means the country which is overpopulated, country which is underpopulated, and country which is optimum population. And what is this? These. So in overpopulated country we have direct connection of population is what? Resource. Human is the resource of resource, and the connection between resource and population is very intimate. Why? Because it is us who create resource. If anything we have, we don't utilize it, it is not useful for it, this is not resource for you. Okay? So we the people create resource, okay, with the help of our technology, accessibility of technology and economic conditions and culturally acceptable things we have as a resource. Okay, so overpopulated area or a country means number of people greater than availability of resources. Okay, that means we have lack of resource and much of number of population is high, like India, Bangladesh, Pakistan sorts of country is overpopulated country. Almost in Asian and the northern hemisphere country is deemed as populous country, but especially we Indian subcontinent have what? Overpopulated area. So what is underpopulation? Underpopulation means number of population less than number of resources. That means we have large amount of resource but minuscule amount of people, lack of people. Suppose like in Australia, in huge mass, huge land, we have population, low population density. So in this category we have resource high but population low. And what is optimum population? Optimum population means number of population is equal to number of availability of resources. Okay, so availability of resources and number of people, population is equal. So let us see what is the impact of these three across the globe. First, overpopulation. So overpopulation is the condition you face here in India. Unemployment, poverty, lack of medical facility, lack of education, like that, famine due to lack of food, bad living standard. These all are the impact of overpopulation. Okay? So this is not good for us. Now, underpopulation. What is the impact of underpopulation? In these countries, all resources is available, but due to lack of people, the wages is very high. The products price is very high, and it is difficult to find workers and laborers. So the impact is that these sorts of country like Australia prefer to what? Come outsider and live here and do their jobs. Okay? So this is the underpopulation impact. And what is the optimum population? Actually, optimum population is the ideal situation, good situation for demographic dividend or population. Okay? So here is much employment, rich people, good living standard, medical facility and good education facility, and so many facilities to live there is very good. Okay? So these are the impact of these three: overpopulation, underpopulation, optimum population. I hope it is clear. Now we have a question: why population is unevenly distributed? So what is the factor behind it? Distribution of population. So basically we have two factors. One is physical factors and second is non-physical factors. So what is physical factors? We have climate, soil, topography, water supply, and availability of minerals and what? Powers. So climate, in a harsh climate, either it is very hot, either it is very cold, it is very difficult to live there. So in a condition of neither hottest and nor coldest, it is what? So then we, the people, live easily. Okay? So climate is the factor of distribution of what? Population. Second one is soil. You know that soil is very important for agriculture purpose. If we don't have particular soil to cultivate our foods, we can't live without food. So where there is agro industry or agricultural farms, their population is what? High, or high density of population is there. So it is also factor of soil. Third one is topography, that means landform. We have mountain, plateau, plain types of landform. So plateau, landform and hilly area, we have mountain range, is very difficult to live because of high height relief features. Due to relief features height of the landform, it is very difficult to climb there and go down there from there. So it is very difficult. So it is the also factor. Topography is the also factor of what? Distribution of population. Third one is water supply. we can't live without water. So where there is availability of water is good, that means source of water like a river, like tank, like a lake, sorts of water sources, population density there is high. Okay. Availability of minerals and parts. Where there is minerals, industry easily grown there and job easily provided there. So population also what? Accorded there. Okay. Now non-physical factors. Non-physical factors, it is human mentality to grow and the process of growing where there is very high, we want to live there. Okay. So education, religion, culture, transportation, availability of job is the non-physical factors. Why this is non-physical factors? Education, everybody wants to what? Become educated. Okay. So where there is good facility of education, people live there. Okay. And where there is the one type of religion, people want to live there. Okay. Where there is one source of culture, people want to live there. Okay. Like where there is good transport facility, like in a mountain we don't have good facility of transportation, so we don't want to live there. And in the plain area it is very easy to transport us and what? Our carriers. Okay. So we can live easily that particular area. Availability of job. Where there is job, that means we can easily live our life and good facility of life. So availability of job is also the non-physical factors of distribution of population. Where there is agro land, because of it is needed so many workers, so there is job. Where there is minerals, there is job, so people want to live there. So availability of job is also important. Now population density. What is population density? Population density means people live in per unit area. That means in per square kilometer or per square mile is what? Population density. Number of persons living per unit area is population density. When it's come to talking about Indian population density, average Indian population density is 384 per person per square kilometer. 384 person per square kilometer. And highest population density in India is what? Our state Bihar. Okay. And in 1 kilometer square kilometer area in Bihar, people how many 1102 persons live 1 square kilometer. Okay. And when it's come to talking about lowest population density, we have 13 person per square kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh. Okay. I hope all things easily you get it, you understood. So thank you so much.